Let's get in, management. It's been a mixed show from Godrej Properties in the December quarter, with the company reporting a top-line growth of 27%. Sharad Dubey caught up with the executive chairman, Pirojsha Godrej, to get a fine print of the earnings for the quarter gone by, and started by asking him about the company's JV with Hero Cycles. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
This is an exciting new project we've partnered for in NCR, which is, this is in a very, very prime location on Golf Course Road in Gurgaon. We believe this is one of the best sites in all of NCR, and we've partnered with Hero Cycles and our fund management arm to develop what we hope to make, a landmark office development in the market. This will be a, ultra luxury office development with a little bit of mixed-use retail at the base. So I think that's the project's obviously at a very, very early stage. We've just concluded the partnership over the last month, and we're now getting into the planning and regulatory approval phase of that project.
Okay, so what is your outlook for the Godrej fund management which you have started? Like any strategic tie-ups you're looking for going into FY20?
Godrej Fund Management is now a separate real estate private equity arm of the Godrej Group. We see a lot of opportunity to make new investments in various sectors that we might not choose to do from Godrej Properties. So far we have about $1 billion of assets under management that we've been able to raise in 2 residential funds and 2 office funds. We already have several strategic partners in the business and are looking to scale that over the next few years, but certainly it's a business that we're quite excited about and see a lot of opportunity in.
Can you give us the details about your project pipeline and the order book standing at right now?
We had a very good third quarter, largely because a lot of the launches that we'd planned to do did in fact take place. So we had 6 new launches that we delivered in the third quarter, which helped us deliver this best ever quarter for residential bookings that we've ever had. The fourth quarter, we also have another robust launch calendar. So hopefully, if we are able to launch all of those projects, I think we'll end the year on a very strong note. Typically we start talking about the visibility for the next financial year during our fourth quarter results presentation, as we get a clearer visibility on which projects we believe will receive regulatory approvals in time for them to be launched. But certainly, the company's outlook right now is extremely bullish. We're quite happy with the level of traction we're seeing in our new project launches. We believe there's a fairly unique opportunity to quickly expand the scale of our business from a business development perspective, given the current weakness that many developers in the sector are faced with. So I think you will see, hopefully, a very large expansion in the number of launches the company is able to do over the next couple of years.
Okay. In terms of bookings, which geographical segment did you actually, maximize your bookings at? If you can give us a segment-wise kind of a contribution of bookings.
Yeah, so the new launches in the third quarter were quite well distributed geographically. In Bangalore, for instance, we launched our first ever plotted development project, and we're able to sell about 750,000 square feet of space there with a value of over 250 crore. Here in Mumbai, we launched a new phase of a township project we're building in Panvel, and that project also received a very strong response with about 400,000 square feet of sales worth a little under 300 crore sold over there. In NCR, actually, we had 2 new project launches during the quarter, one each in Gurgaon and Noida. Cumulatively, those 2 projects delivered sales of about 600,000 square feet with a booking value of over 350 crore. We also had smaller but also very successful launches in Pune, in one of our new phases of our project there, and also in Ahmedabad, where we launched after several years a new phase of our project there. So I think the geographical distribution of sales during the quarter was extremely positive, with strong launches in all 4 of our focus markets of Mumbai, NCR, Bangalore and Pune, and also a successful new launch in Ahmedabad.
Yeah, and one more thing, in December there were the bookings of flats were actually slowing down on the industry perspective, hoping for a GST reduction in ready to move in houses. So did you feel the heat going into December, or you had a kind of an uniform bookings all throughout the quarter?
No, I think actually December was by far the strongest month of the quarter for us because that's when a lot of the launches happened. So that was actually a very strong month. I think it's important to keep in mind that the potential GST reduction you referenced is for completed homes, whereas most of what we're selling is actually under construction homes. All our new launches are of projects that have yet to be constructed, let alone be delivered. So I don't think there was any effect on the launches from those discussions.
And the last question is, what's your margin outlook going into FY20?
Well, I think margin is a factor of many things in our industry. Also, the accounting rules for projects, differ by structure of projects. But certainly on an overall basis, we expect to see margin enhancement for the company, as most of our new projects are in profit sharing structures or structures similar to profit sharing, which are inherently higher margin structures than revenue sharing and outright purchases. So we do expect to see margins do well, but again, I think the accounting in the industry with the two major changes, one, the shift to project completion accounting, and Ind AS calling for joint venture projects to be accounted for as single line items, does make sort of reported margins a little open to interpretation and quite volatile.
Okay, that's the management of Godrej Properties, where they suggest that, the December month has been very strong for them. They're positive with respect to the outlook going forward, currently trading at 747. One of the more